On April 8th this year, the Nigerian gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu died at a hospital in Abuja. Shortly after her death, there has been allegations from family and friends and neighbors that she was a victim of domestic violence from her husband, Peter Nwachukwu. That sparked a lot of outrage on social media and a lot of critical conversations about the mostly underreported cases of domestic violence in Nigeria. And with a lot of victims and the visits going underreported and unpunished. And also, according to World Health Organization, one third, that is 27% of women aged between 15 to 49 years of age have experienced domestic violence at a point in their lives. The same World Health Organization has also revealed that 137 women are killed daily by their intimate partners, that's their husbands or their boyfriends or their domestic partners and the rest of them. And so here I'm with my colleague, Lillian Ogazi. We are going to deliberate on the issue. Hi, Lillian.
Hi, Jalal. Thank you for having me. You forgot to say your name.
My name is Aliu Jalal.
All right.
Although it's agreed that both genders suffer from domestic violence, but why do you think that women are the predominant victims of domestic violence?
So I think it's because women are a lot more vulnerable and because of what the society has taught women. Now, the society has over time educated women to be submissive to your husband, to respect your husbands at all costs, has made them believe that marriage is a do or die situation. If you're not married, you mean nothing to the society. But he also forgot to tell this woman that self-worth is important. Your life is more important than that marriage you're struggling to stay in or die in. So when it comes to domestic violence, domestic abuse, a woman goes into the marriage, first of all, as a girl growing up, the first thing in your head is, I want to get done with school, get a job, and marry. What is your life after that? So a girl that has that mindset that marriage is what defines me at a certain point in my life goes into marriage and doesn't want to leave that marriage no matter what happens because that is what defines her. That is what society has taught her that defines her. Now she has been taught that no matter what happens, don't speak to your husband, don't speak back at him. Your marriage is your secret. No other person should be involved in your marriage. So having all that in your head keeps you there. Gets you easily abused when you don't know who you are, when you don't have self-worth, when society has defined you, then you don't know who you are, you don't know what you do, you don't know how to stand up for yourself in such situations. So yes, that is why women are mostly abused in marriages, because of how the society has placed them.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, how do you think we're going to address it? Are we going to start by changing the mindset of the women in cases of marriage, or we're going to also to address the boys right from bringing up them off?
I think we should address it by raising our boys right. We've done too much for the girls. We've taught the girls everything. We've taught the girls how to treat the boys. We've taught the girls how to live with the boys. But we've forgotten that we need to teach the boys how to live with the girls. We've forgotten to teach the boys how to take care of the girls. We've forgotten to teach the boys that she's a girl, she's not your maid, she's not your subordinate, she's your partner, she's your sister, she's your mom. She's also a human being above all of this. So talk to her right, treat her with respect. She's a woman, so she should be treated like a queen. We've forgotten to teach our boys that. But we only focus on the girl because we see them as being vulnerable and the weaker vessels. But these weaker vessels, when you're done training them, they come back into society to live with these untrained boys that you already have. So the way we can fix this is to start from the root. Mothers, teach your boys that the woman is a queen. She should be treated right. Fathers, make your boys understand the importance of a woman in their life and why they should appreciate women. Together as a family, don't say this choice for a girl, this choice for a boy. Let the boys learn how to do both chores. Let all kids. Sometimes you switch the roles. Your boy should do the chores in the kitchen and your girl should go and fix the generator. My dad made me turn on generators till I was 17. Till I left school, I was turning on the generator. I was changing bulbs. I was washing his cars. And my brother was helping out in the kitchen. That was how I grew up. So by the time you switch the roles, you make them realize that cooking is not a job for a girl. Cooking is a life skill. It's not just a girl's responsibility. It's a life skill for you to survive. Cleaning is not a job for a girl. Cleaning is a life skill because your house has to be clean. And it shouldn't always be a girl to clean your room for you. If you can't clean them as a boy, you are just a dirty person. That's just it.
Okay, talking about traditional gender roles, I think you're implying that one of the causes of domestic violence is that there's strong gender inequality in society. Do you think it's contributes to that? Okay, I was trying to think that, so what are the, psychological implications on children?
Now, that's the thing. Most people who abuse grew up in abusive homes. Most, I wouldn't say all. And for those who didn't grow up in an abusive home, grew up in misogynistic homes, where you hear their dad make snacky comments like, she's just a girl, you can always hit her. Go ahead and hit that girl and show her who you are. And you know, all of that kind of things. You are a man. No, you're a man. Hit your chest and show them that you're a man. Yeah, but the effect this has on the child is, especially for boys, you teach them it's okay for you to hit a girl. And for your daughter, you choose to stay in that abusive marriage. You tell your daughter that it's okay for a man to hit you and still stay, because marriage is to die in there. I think we understood the meaning of when the Bible said for better, for worse. We understood it to mean to die inside and, in beating and in romantic situations. So I think for children, when you do this, it has that effect on them. For the girls now, some of them don't feel safe. Some of them feel that my mom did it, so I can do it. My mom stayed in the marriage even when my dad was beating. I mean, it's okay for beatings to happen in marriage. It's okay for my husband to beat me if I do something wrong because my dad did it to my mom.
It's enlightening.
It's incisive.
It's analytical.
It's entertaining.
It's educating.
It's The Bearing, a podcast from Daily Trust addressing issues that have direct bearing in your life. Join us every week on www.dailytrust.com. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Daily Trust, on Twitter at twitter.com/Daily Trust, and on YouTube at youtube.com/Daily Trust. To listen in, join us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and TuneIn Radio.
Okay, there's this argument that domestic violence is not only limited to physical abuse, that there can also be other forms of domestic violence,
yes,
psychological, sexual abuse. So what are you say about
there's financial. That's why I always say, as a woman, there's financial. Yes, there's financial abuse.
How?
Where you deprive her of funds and money because you are the one who has it as the husband. You have money and she needs money for this. Or even if she's the one making the money, you take that money. Osinachi faced it. Even if you take the money and you bully her because of it. You deprive her of her basic rights as a woman and as a human being because you have the money. Now that's financial abuse. You have psychological. You have there's this thing they call gaslighting. That's psychological. You say things and put it in this person's head. Every time you're constantly talking this person down. Every time you make this person feel like they're not worth it. And I think that one is more of women doing it to men. Oh, you are a useless man. You can never be anything good in your life. You are useless. You can't feed your family. That is abuse. You're saying this thing constantly to this person every day, and the person feels worthless. The person can't function. Even as a man, you say, you cannot cook. You're not good. You're a good for nothing mother. You can't take care of your children. It sticks. And your children hear this abuse is going left, right, and center. It sticks to them as well. I think, those are just a few I know.
Okay, like it's from what you just said, it's evident that it's not only women that experience domestic violence.
Yes.
There's also a lot of men. So in the case of men, what do you think are the causes?
Men, the violence when it comes to abuse for men is kind of dicey, because I feel sorry for men more than women. Because for a woman, it's easy for you to raise alarm and speak up because you're being seen as the weaker vessel, being abused. But for a man, I mean, what would you say if you're saying as a man, a full-grown man, your wife is beating you? I mean, it's something no man will want to come out and say. So most men die in silence. That is why it's worse for the man. It's either they die in silence or they walk away. And when they walk away, they're always so many. That man walked away from his family. Do you know what he was facing in his family? Do you know the kind of wife he married? Do you know if she was verbally abusing him? Telling him words like he's worthless, he's useless, he doesn't have a dime, he can't take care of his children, he's not a good father. That is abuse. When you say this thing to a man constantly, that is abuse. So I think both parties experience it.
So when somebody reports to you that they have experienced domestic violence in their marriage, or they're experiencing domestic violence in their marriage, what will they advise them to do?
If you're experiencing domestic violence in your marriage or domestic abuse in your marriage, please leave. That is what I would always say. Please pack your bags and leave till it's sorted out. And I know there's always the notion that, the Bible doesn't support divorce or religion doesn't support divorce. If it's at the detriment of your life, please leave. If in that marriage you know you will die, This person, I heard a story of a woman who literally ran away because the man was setting the house on fire with her children in. Please leave. That is the only way out. Leave that person till it's settled.
How can I know that they will die? Because this is not something that happens overnight. Like it has been happening for maybe
exactly.
Maybe it starts on stage up to maybe. So like, how would the person know that?
Why would you wait for it to? There's this thing they say: never give excuses for a slap. Why would your partner slap you in the first place? No matter the argument we're having, you shouldn't lay a finger on me. So it starts from a slap.
The moment you have experienced slapping prayer.
If I've experienced a slap, it means the belt will come out one day. So we start with the slap and we address that slap squarely. I'll come back to you after the slap. But if another slap happens or a belt happens, trust me, I'll leave you. But that slap that happened, I am going to leave and you will come back and look for me, talk to my parents, apologize, probably pay some good money before I come back to your house. But it starts from that slap. Even a relationship, and you get a slap, that person is definitely going to beat you in marriage. There's no two ways about it. So it starts from there. If he slaps you today out of anger and he realizes you didn't do anything, oh, I can slap you. Miss tomorrow I can bring out my belt and you won't do anything. So address that slap. Address that unwanted yell that didn't sit down with you. He speaks to you anyhow in public, address it immediately. If he didn't sit down well with you, address it so you will know that this person will not take anything more than this. But the fact is, we all keep quiet about it. The silence is what is making it grow more and develop more.
Okay, we have come to the end of the Frank Talk. My name is Ali Jalal with my guest Lillian Ogazi. Please stay with us next week, same time. Thank you.